This is a demonstration of Face Forensics F2 face recognition software being used to identify dead bodies. Because a face is soft and malleable, there are few sharply defined features to work with. The main area on a face where there are clear edges is around the eyes, so face recognition uses these as anchor points around which it detects numerous characteristics of the face. When the eyes are closed, as in the case of corpses, these can't be seen and face recognition systems won't work properly. An additional issue is that when a body is recovered, the face may be damaged, making a number of the features unavailable. While virtually all face recognition systems require a full face, F2 has been specifically designed to work with partial faces which can ignore the damaged area. You're looking at the main F2 face recognition screen. At the top there are 5 tabs. We'll ignore the 2 tattoo tabs in this demo. The connection tab describes the database that we want to search. PersonDB shows the individual records in that database, and the Person tab brings up the search window where we'll drop in faces that we want to identify. This database contains records for about 1,500 people, with each having around 3 faces, so around 5,000 faces in total. If I click on the PersonDB tab, we can actually look at them. The first record is Luis Suarez. There are controls at the bottom of the screen to scroll through the records and their associated faces. New faces can be easily added and old records deleted at any time. F2 can also connect to external databases such as police records, driver's licenses, etc. I'm going to start by showing how F2 works with OpenEyes, so I'll switch to the Person tab and drop a face into the blue area. When I click the Recognize button on the right here, the top matches against the 5,000 faces will be determined, sorted and displayed virtually instantaneously, together with each person's name and the match percentage. As you can see, the top 4 matches with this search are all of Raymond Jenkins. I can click on any match to see the details. Here you can see that there are 4 shots of Raymond Jenkins, and there are the 4 images of him, and these are the ones that came up top of the list. So now I'm going to switch back to the Person tab, and I'm going to drop in the same image of Raymond, but with the eyes blanked out to simulate them being closed. So here's what happens when I press the Recognize button. The system doesn't find any matches of Raymond because it doesn't know where the eyes are to start the process. So it estimates this and shows any faces that closely match this incorrect estimate. I could set the eye markers manually, but the key characteristics of the eye area itself, such as the shape of the eye, will be very different to when the eyes are open, so we won't get a good result. To address this, I can use F2's partial face recognition mode. When I select this, F2 displays a generic facial template, which we'll come back to in a minute. But what I want to do now is click the Closed Eyes button here on the right. If I now drop in the image of Raymond's eyeless face, I can enlarge it because I want to see the eye area as clearly as possible, and I can remove the template image in the background. And what I can now do is I can set the eye markers manually using the mouse, and then click on Recognize once again. F2 now ignores the characteristics of the immediate eye area, and Raymond is identified with all 4 records of him at the top of the list. The match percentages will be lower because there's much less detail to work with. I mentioned earlier that the face could be damaged such that we can only use part of it. In this case, we can crop out the usable part and position it on the generic facial template, and then use the scroll wheel and the mouse to match the partial face to the size of the template. So I'll display that image, and what we'll do is we're going to crop out the left side of the face as we look at it. So I'll just copy that, and then we're going to paste it into the eye area, or the image area. It's very large, so we'll reduce it back to the size of the template. That actually is not too bad to start with. So we match the mouth and the eyes, bring it down just a little, I think, till it's pretty much there. We're going to drop the nose down. We can move the eyes in and out as well, but we want to get the template to match the partial image as well as possible. So we'll bring that down. Actually, I might just put it back up a little bit. No, I'll bring it back down. Right, now what we're going to do is set the eyes manually. And we'll go to, I think, about there, and we'll go to about there, and we'll click Recognize, and we get at the top of the list 3 of the 4 images of Raymond. In fact, all 4 images of him come up in the top 5 matches. So what this brief demonstration shows is that by combining 2 unique capabilities of F2, identifying faces with closed eyes, and partial face recognition, bodies with their eyes closed can be readily identified even if significantly damaged. Thank you.